able to reach so many people. Some great, exciting news that's happening here. And, with Elite Publications, I know we're always on the move, and it's always great because I know we've been doing a lot of awards as well through the years. But this time, Jesse, I think it's swinging back around to you. And we really I want to personally acknowledge and congratulate you this weekend when they presented you with the International Martial Arts Hall of Fame London Publisher Award. So I want to give you a round of applause for that. Much deserved. I know we've been educating people and actually highlighting them, and it does come around. It's not something you expect, I know, Jesse, but when you do great things like what you've done and what Elite Publication has, it's really great for it to also be noticed. It feels good. So, Jesse, just so people understand what this award's all about, please describe what is this award?
Well, thank you, Jim, and thank you for for having me on your podcast today. Of course, you're part of the Becoming Author podcast team. Well, Jim, really it was nominated back here beginning part of the year, and the president of the London Martial Arts Hall of Fame, the International Martial Arts Hall of Fame, was actually coming to Texas because I wasn't able to get to London and brought it to me, the award to me. But it was always great when you're recognized by your peers for a contribution. And we've been able to make a global, contribution to the martial arts in the areas of publishing. And, we've been working this, for the who's who in the martial arts books since, 2015. We've now done 9 books and get ready to go to our 10th book in that martial arts series, and plus, the Christian books. And, between Natalie, I want to give a big shout out to Natalie McQueen, Gifts of Legacy. We have actually, with her work and my work, we've done over 400 individuals to become international best-selling authors. And this has happened in a short period of time. And to be able to recognize and help people tell their story. Someone says, what's your purpose? Well, my purpose is to be able to help people tell their story, share their legacy, and that's really important. So not only do we reach the martial arts community, we reach the business community, fiction, nonfiction, Christian authors. So if someone wants to publish a book or be in publishing, then Elite Publications has adapted all the tools needed to help them publish their book and tell a story. So this award was a very special award because, it is an international award. It's not, and every award I've ever achieved or received is very important. In January, we received the Action Martial Arts Publisher Excellence Award. And then in March, we received the World Soki Council Leadership Award. So I'm just really grateful that, people that are following what we're doing, the things that we're doing, they're following us and they're seeing the work that we do. And that's what we're trying to do, Jim. We're just trying to make a difference. And legacy is a part. This weekend I was at the Sport Karate Museum in Houston, Texas, and seeing all the legends in the martial arts there. People I used to read about, Mike Stone, who's one of the early pioneers in the sport karate, seeing those people there and their legacy and sharing stories, all those things are really important. So this was a very special award as an international award. And again, we don't want to be rewarded to just receive an award. We want that award to recognize the quality of work that we do and putting into the publishing side of what we do as a company.
Yeah, I think this is really key. And again, you're going to hear this probably several times here because I know, Jesse, things like this we can't take for granted. I mean, it's your turn to absorb a lot because, you know, we've been able to award a lot of other people, and now it just comes right back to you. And so you got to soak it in. Sometimes, you know, it's incredible, and it's definitely much highly earned with all the effort that has been put in. And I wanted to ask you, you know, everything has a beginning. I know, you know, I know your story, but a lot of people listening to this may not know exactly how you started publishing, you know, and I mean, there is a really great story to it. Jessie, can you just share once again, just what got you into publishing? What were the things that happened that evolved into what has happened through these years for you to really highlight elite publications and up to this award?
Well, Jim, I really started back in the 80s, and I published my first book, which was my martial arts book, because my students needed a way to follow my lesson plan. And I found it was very difficult of teaching a lot of students on a lot of different levels, and they didn't have a system to follow. So my very first publication was my martial arts book, and this was back in the 80s. And actually, this was digital cameras were first coming out. So we took a digital camera, we got a commercial printer, and we actually had it in a ring binder, and it was their student notebook. And because we had that notebook, I was able to take it to Duke University. I taught martial arts at Duke University for 28 years, and the university accepted that book, that manual, as a part of physical education. So that was my early start. I've written over 30 books since that period of time. But a lot of times we think that we have to be super complicated in writing a book. You know, if you can have a conversation, then you can write a book. And with our editing team and the different things that we do, we just make it, you know, very smooth that the book comes out. Then I got involved in public speaking. And like I said, I've written over 30 books, and the earlier books was on motivational training, visualization training. I even have a bowling book out. So whatever I'm doing, that's what I write from and that we publish from. So, and that's what I would really encourage anyone if they say, well, you know, I've got some information I'd like to be able to share with the world. How do I share it? Well, the best way to share it is to put it in writing, because once it's published, that information is there and it's available for people to be able to do. And if you know, looking at having a book out, you know, you have to ask the question, would anyone buy my book? And we're your easy button, because, you know, we take everything, we take all the hard work out. We make it easy for you to be able to become a published author, even if we have to ghostwrite it for you.
Yeah, I mean, it's exciting. I mean, if people want to write their whole book, definitely we can provide a guideline for them. And if they got most of it done, we can help them very fast. And even if they just have an idea, we can provide, as you mentioned, ghostwriting. That's having somebody else write a lot of the content for you based on, you know, what you tell them and outline it. So it's really exciting. This is really, it is a one-stop shop. And to be ranked as bestsellers, we have the ability to do that. But also, you know, I think it's really important as people go along. You know, they're wanting to write a book. I want to ask you, what should they look for in a book? What kind of books should people be participating in? And when you work with a new client, how are you pairing them up and helping them in the direction of their book?
Well, Jeff, you know, there are three questions I generally ask someone when they come and they want to do publishing. Number one, you know, is the why question. You know, why do you want to publish? So you have three basic reasons most people would publish a book. Number one, it's a bucket list. It's something I always wanted to do. And, you know, those good books are great. Those good memoir books, or, you know, you want to share your legacy. You want to share with your grandkids. You want to, you know, families, bringing the family legacy together. You know, that's a bucket list book. It doesn't even have to be published on Amazon, Barnes and Noble. It doesn't have to go through that type of work. So it makes it a very affordable book for you to have as a family legacy. The second option is I want to publish a book because I want the book to do something for me. Maybe I wanted to help me grow my, I'm a martial artist. So maybe I wanted to help me grow my martial arts, my business, or maybe it want to help me to grow my speaking business, or, I'm also a minister. Maybe I want that book to be a part of what the ministry, so like a ministry book, or maybe I have it's a love story you want to write. Whatever in that level, it doesn't, that's your bucket list, you just want to get it done. Number two, I want to write a book that supports me. Again, that's the martial arts. Number three, I want to write a book because I have information that I believe that a lot of people would like to know what I know. And so that book is a book you want to monetize, and that book, because a lot of people would like to know that information. So that book's a little bit more difficult because what we have to do, we have to now create a marketing plan and to be able to work that marketing plan. And, we have that option for people that want to become international bestsellers. As I said before, Natalie, with Gifts of Legacy and Elite Publications, we've helped over 400 authors to become international bestsellers. So it can be on a small level or a large level, whatever you want to do. Then, becoming an author is a very powerful tool. I really recommend anyone in business, this is a perfect opportunity. You have social media, but your book is like a giant business card, not just a business card, because it makes you an authority. It makes you an expert in that. So, and also we have the compilation books. So if someone doesn't want to write a full book, then they can write a compilation style book. You're muted, Jim.
All right. Thank you. Sometimes, being in this virtual space, you get used to some of these things. And thank you for reminding. This is why Jessie, we're a team. We help each other. And one thing I'm really excited about is the fact that people want to get started at various levels. If they want to get started in terms of their book and really, getting started, what do they need to decide before they really start entering the writing process? What are the steps they need to consider?
Well, the first one is commitment. Jim, we hear all the time about people that start a book, they've been writing a book for 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, is really to sit down and make a decision that they're going to do it. So commitment is number one. The second thing they need to do is build a timeline. When is this book going to launch? And once you come up with an idea, that's the time you start to market and pre-sale the book. And that's what we help our clients do, is to not just write their book, but to get their book out there in a pre-sale that people can get to it. They don't have to wait until you actually release the book for people to start buying your book. So, we really focus on helping our clients to be able to monetize that. And that's what's made our company successful, is that we don't just bring you part of the book. We don't take your money, your book, your money. We don't deal with any of that. We function as a self-publishing company, and therefore our authors, all the revenue that comes in from the sale of their books actually go to them.
Yeah, and this is really key for people to understand. I've been a part of many publishing entities, and this is why I decided to be a part of Elite Publications, just because of, first off, your own credibility, Jessie. You make things happen. We understand different strategies. People publish for a variety of reasons, but I can say that this is the most full service publishing entity I had seen even before, I got really involved. You were really on your road doing some great things. And right now, just with the resources that we have, it's incredible. Now, people are going to wonder, because, again, as you write the book, I like the idea of making sure that, it's even sold before it actually gets completed, so they can make a considerable amount of money there. Now, we know the answer to this question, but I'm going to ask you, can people really make money on this? And, later, and also in addition, what kind of services do we offer that can assist them along the way in terms of marketing the group and marketing their book and just getting it out there? So again, can people really make money, and what sort of services can we provide in terms of marketing their book?
Well, Jim, they can make lifetime money. In other words, you've got a book out, and once that book, and that's becomes the key question. The average person probably sells 30 books, 40 books. They sell to their friends, and once they finish selling to their friends, then it's pretty much over. So it depends upon your friends list. So that's the reason you want to have a marketing plan and a marketing company. So, I try to, have a focus for our authors. Let's sell that 1,000 book in a week, So if you sort of figure that, you got a book, yeah, you're gonna invest anywhere from $2,000 to $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 in creating your book, your website, all those things together. But just think about, Jim, if you sell that, you got a $19.95 book, a $19.95 book, and I sell that first 1,000, so that's $19,000 that I can create just from my book release in doing that. So, just think about that, how that would be. But you do have to have people waiting in line to buy your book and credibility. So that requires, having a mail list. And if you have so for Elite Publications, so I have about 20,000 martial artists that's on our mail list. And so when you have your mail list and your marketing plan, so, and, for my martial arts friends, so if you publish a book, and I will guarantee any martial artist, if they charge a tuition of $100 a month, I can guarantee them that if they're in any of our books or we publish their books, that they can make $10,000 in that first week. Now, a lot of times people don't have a concept of money. Someone says, well, I'm writing a book, but I'm not worried about the money. That's fine. Find your nonprofit, give it to the nonprofit, whatever you'd like to do. But, if you write a book, you really need to write, and especially if it's not just a personal book for your family, but you write a book that you want people to read, then you want to be able to get that book out in the hands of people. So that's the reason why of having a marketing plan. So when you come in and you look at, if you're a business owner, how would this book influence my business? If I wrote a book, and that book, I had 10 new people come in and join my school, and I was charging, $100 a month, that would be $1,200 in that couple of days for that one person. But now I've got 10 people coming in, that's $12,000, of revenue came in because I was either in a book, or, whether it's a compilation book or a who's who book, or if you publish your own book. And that's what, I really think that, receiving this award from the London Martial Arts Hall of Fame is really about, is that we found systems, and these systems, they work. And, with you as our publicist, and with Natalie as our international bestseller author, we can guarantee that our authors can become international bestsellers overnight. We launched this past week, Elite Black Belts Who Cook, and that book has 9 countries. It's reached the international bestseller in 9 different categories. So, we have a system that we can help our authors be able to monetize their books. So, we have an award-winning system to help, people to become published authors.
Wow, this is very exciting to hear. Now, we gave a lot of information. People want to reach us. Where could they go to be able to find out more? Maybe a website and contact information?
Sure, Jim. If you want to, someone wanted to know more about publishing and how to publish their book, or just have a free sit down and discuss your project, then you can go to www.elitepublications.com grandmaster.org, and you can schedule an appointment. Myself, my team, my graphics people, we'll come together and we will help you to be able to create your book. Again, we can help you in the writing of your book. We can help you in the publishing of your book, and we can help you in the marketing of your book. So those three critical areas in becoming an author. Jim, everyone has a story. You just have to get it out. And this is what we really try to work with in helping our authors become, international bestsellers, is that we have the tools to be able to do that. So anyone that's looking to write, thinking about writing, so remember, just go to our website and just schedule an appointment. It's free. Sit down and discuss your project and help you decide what your next step is.
Great. And, we have to love technology. Is Jessica, shout out to her, the marketing director, putting the information right there on the bottom here. But Jesse, just getting back to all this, I hope people consider really telling their story, because somebody needs to hear it. There's probably a lot of people that love to hear your story out there. If you're wanting to tell it, when you're ready to tell it, we are here we could literally do pretty much everything. What we can't do is make the decision for you and to move forward and take that action, take that step. So please feel free to check out the information here, and you can connect with us. Again, websites are elitepublications.org. And we do have a nonprofit foundation, by the way, 501c3. And of course, we have, the AMA, American Martial Arts Alliance, that has been doing phenomenal things. And Elite Publications has been telling the story of the martial artist. So especially if you're a martial artist, please contact us. If you just have a story to tell, you can also contact us as well. We're not just limited to martial artists. You can contact Jesse, myself. But I want to go back to one thing, which is what we started with, Jesse. This International Martial Arts Hall of Fame London Publisher Award. As a friend, as a business colleague, associate representing you also, I wanted to just give you a big shout out. And I hope if you're out there, you also help me congratulate Grandmaster Jessie Bowen. And he has done phenomenal things also as an executive speaker for companies like Nike. You might have heard of them, American Express. But Jesse, congratulations. I'm glad we're able to take your wealth of knowledge, being also with Duke University, to be able to help get your story told. Any final thoughts here, Jesse?
No, thank you, Jim, for having me on. And again, I appreciate our authors that we have been publishing. Appreciate them for entrusting us with their, biographies, their books, to be able to make a difference. So I really would invite, anyone that's thinking about publishing, give us a call. We can just give you some information to help you get started, and again, be able to maximize your success. Jim, that's who we are. That's what we want to do.
Yeah, and just you being featured on the cover of such magazines, the magazine by Toby. Can you give the name of that magazine?
That's that is the World Martial Arts News.
Yeah, well, congratulations on your success, because it really is a culmination of what Zig Ziglar said. You get what you want because you've helped so many people get what they want. And so with that, I know we have some great events being planned for martial artists, even for people who just want to tell their story, people want to be emerging authors, people that are already established authors. I'm Jim T. Chong, the media PR publicist for Elite Publications, and I am with Grandmaster
Jessie Bowen.
And really, we hope that you understand the difference your story can make. And whenever you see Jesse, one thing I say is happy birthday to him. Inside joke between me and Jesse. But in all sincerity, we've really been able to really bring the family of martial artists together internationally. There's a lot of things that we're able to do to really help you become a world-class, acknowledged author. So anyway, have a great one. Thank you. And, tell your story.